For decades, the real-life house behind the terrifying legend of The Conjuring has captivated horror fans, paranormal investigators, and skeptics alike. But now, a new bombshell report from the FBI has exposed something far more horrifying than anyone ever imagined. Located in Harrisville, Rhode Island, the infamous farmhouse where the Perron family lived in the 1970s, and which inspired the chilling 2013 blockbuster, has long been associated with demonic encounters, unexplained events, and tragic history. But recently uncovered evidence confirms that the haunting was not the only dark secret buried within its walls. According to sources close to the federal investigation, the FBI has discovered a sealed room beneath the property, one not recorded in any blueprints or public records, containing disturbing artifacts, evidence of illegal occult practices, and chilling clues pointing to a series of unreported disappearances dating back to the 19th century. This shocking discovery was made during a quiet but intense investigation launched earlier this year after multiple anonymous tips suggested that the property, which has been a tourist attraction and supernatural hotspot, held more than just ghost stories. The FBI's involvement came as a surprise to many, as federal agents don't normally concern themselves with paranormal claims. However, as officials have reportedly uncovered human remains, ritual objects, and cryptic writings connected to real criminal activity, the house is now being treated as a possible crime scene spanning generations. Law enforcement sources say that much of what was found supports theories that previous occupants, long before the Perron family moved in, may have been involved in occult ceremonies that led to violence, unexplained deaths, or cover-ups hidden under the guise of haunting. One agent described the scene as not supernatural, but deeply unsettling, adding that this was no ordinary discovery. The FBI has refused to release full details to the public, but insiders report that several forensic experts have been brought in, alongside historians specializing in New England folklore and witchcraft trials, to piece together the timeline of events tied to the property. While much of The Conjuring's frightening lore focused on the spirit of Bathsheba Sherman, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 1800s, the FBI's findings point to real-world horrors that may go beyond the legend. One piece of evidence included a journal allegedly linked to a former owner, who wrote about offerings and dark blessings, raising questions about whether cult activity may have taken place on the property over many years. As word of the investigation spreads, some paranormal believers argue that the FBI's findings prove the haunting was always rooted in evil, not just superstition. Meanwhile, skeptics say that these discoveries show the real danger wasn't from spirits, but from human hands. The current owners of the house, who bought the property with full knowledge of its Hollywood fame, have been cooperating with authorities but are reportedly stunned by the scope of the investigation. They always believed the home's terror was supernatural, and now face the grim reality that real victims may have suffered within its walls long before movies were made. The FBI continues to gather evidence, and while no official public statement has been made, fears are escalating about what further horrors could be revealed in the coming weeks. Ghost hunters, former residents, and investigators familiar with the property have all spoken out, saying that the atmosphere inside the house has felt heavier than usual, as if the truth coming to light has disturbed something that preferred to remain hidden. Whether the true terror of the Conjuring House is supernatural, criminal, or a twisted mix of both, one thing is clear: the FBI's chilling confirmation has forever changed the legacy of one of America's most haunted homes. And as more information becomes public, the world will finally know what was truly lurking in its shadows, and why it took until now for the truth to come out.